All right, guys, thank you so much for coming to our stress, sleep, and sadness class. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you found yourself in the vicious occasional stress, low sleep cycle, then you have come to the right place. So we're going to get started by looking at some statistics. 40% of Americans get less than the recommended amount of sleep. And 8 out of 10 Americans say that they are frequently or sometimes stressed in their daily lives. Only 4% of people say they never feel stressed, which must be nice. But while I can't claim to know their secrets, I do have some tips, tricks, and oils that can help you stay more calm, relaxed, and grounded during your daily grind that in turn will also support better sleep habits at night, allowing you to feel rested and happy in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and lay a disclaimer out. I am not a healthcare professional. I cannot cure, treat, diagnose, prevent anything that any of us have going on. All I can do, and Brittany, because Brittany is going to be teaching this class with me, all we can do is just share our own personal journeys and stories with you and experiences. And, just let you know that those are options for you as well. On this class, we are going to be giving away a sample of Stress Away to somebody who is watching. So thank you guys so much for showing up. You are totally going to qualify to enter to win that. And a little bit about me. My name is Kylie Carey. I'm a silver leader with Young Living Essential Oils. I was introduced to Young Living when I was a brand new mom and I had a 1-month-old, and I just remember that super confusing time where you are half asleep, half awake, nursing a baby, trying to consume this stuff called food, and are you drinking enough water? And I just remember how insane all of it was. And a friend of mine had told me about the essential oils, and I happened to sit in on one of her classes. And so I learned all about a couple of the oils that we're going to talk about today. I learned about lavender and it's calming. I learned about valor and it sparks emotional support and confidence. And I learned about joy just in those times where nothing seems like it's going right, and you just need to see there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't know how many of you guys can relate to all of that, but it was a really crazy time. And since having the oils, I've definitely seen just that empowerment as a young mom, and being able to have these little bottles on hand to take care of the things that I might feel helpless in, and so it was just so nice grabbing the bottle of lavender and putting a drop on my baby just to help her calm down. Or I can share tons and tons of stories, but I really want to jump into this class with you guys. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next slide, where we're going to talk about quality matters. And I think Brittany's going to share this with us.
Yeah, quality, especially like Kylie was saying, especially if you're going to be using it on or around little ones, having a good quality item is so important because they're so much more susceptible. So it's really important to know what goes on and into the products that you're using on a regular basis. And Young Living monitors the process in their plant-based products from seed all the way to seal. The company abides by really strict guidelines to fulfill the promise of seed to seal, and it's really important because it ensures top-notch quality and effectiveness on each product. And what they mean by that is that the plant material is grown on corporately owned farms or carefully vetted partner farms, and you can actually visit those locations. So it's really transparent that way. Sustainable farming and sourcing practices do provide the purest oil. Great care is taken to preserve and protect natural resources. The fields are hand weeded, so there's like no pesticides or anything crazy going on in there. The oils retain their natural constituents and therapeutic properties. They use food grade distillers and state of the art design and distillation methods. Oh, I just saw Brittany also joined. Hi, Brittany. And yeah, as I was saying, the low pressure temperature distillation without the use of solvents and synthetic chemicals, I can speak, help keep things like at their peak purity. And there is rigorous testing both in-house and by like a third party testing facility on each batch. And if they don't meet the criteria specified, like they're not going to sell it to you. They're not going to let it slip through the cracks. It's just it's nothing. The only better option, like honestly, that I've come across so far is I have a friend who grows her own plants and distills them herself, and it's amazing. She's like the resident alchemist. Like, I don't even know. She's incredible. I have a black thumb of death and despair. I'm not going to grow any plants of my own. So, oh, mom's back. Maybe.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, aside from being like a full-fledged amazing alchemist, this is like the next best thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and dive into safety and usage. Throughout this class, Brittany and I will make suggestions for oils and products you can use every day to support your wellness and create good habits. But before we dive into specifics, let's talk about usage and safety. So we want to make sure like it's always safety first. So like number one, when you're using pure essential oils, make sure that you're diluting with a carrier oil. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is like a bottle of V6 that Young Living sells. It has a complex of 6 different carrier oils that are really awesome for your skin. If you don't have V6, you can use whatever you have at home, whether it's coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil. Jojoba is an awesome one. Grapefruit seed oil, or grapeseed, sorry. But you definitely want to be using an oil that has like those fatty molecules that will help slow down the like absorption rate of the essential oils. And so when you are applying them to your skin, like the essential oils, if there's any redness, go ahead and like slap a little bit of that carrier oil onto that area, and it will definitely like ease it and like dilute. You definitely don't want to use water because we know that water and oils don't mix. It will just like intense the whole experience. And then number 2, don't put them near, we say like your pink parts. So like don't put them near your eyes or your ears, you know, your other areas, just because of like those very sensitive areas. That's not what the essential oils are for. And then number 3, follow the directions on the labels. You know, like they're there to like be that safety first option for us. And so I know like it could be really easy to just like grab a bunch of stuff and do a bunch of stuff, but making sure that you're following the directions so that you don't have those experiences that like are worst case scenarios. One example being I was like going really quick and just grabbing things, and I grabbed peppermint and I used it, you know, it was great. But then I decided to rub my eye. And so it burned and it was not fun. But just to have like that awareness as you're using the essential oils is really important. There's 3 different ways that you can use the oils. The solid colored labels, like this, if you guys can see that. The solid color labels have aromatic and topical directions on them, meaning like you can put them in a cold mist diffuser or you can put them on your body topically. And then the labels that are that have like the white around them are from the Vitality line, and they have dietary instructions on the labels, meaning you can put like a drop in your water. I love having like a glass jar on hand with a stainless steel straw to be able to put my oils in my water. You can make a tea out of them. You can put a couple drops in like a veggie capsule and take that with water, like a supplement. You can cook with the oils. You can bake. Like there's so many options. It's phenomenal. But when you are using oils internally, I cannot stress enough like how much you want to make sure that you are using Young Living essential oils. The FDA does not have regulations for essential oils, and so you might walk into a health food store and see the oils on the shelves, and they say 100% pure on the label, but they're only required to have 5 to 10% of the oil in there, and then they can stretch it with whatever they want, adding those carrier oils, adding those preservatives, adding the extra things that they don't and so then you might have side effects if you try using them internally. And so I love that Young Living has like oils that are specific topical aromatic and then oils that are specific vitality, because then you know for sure what you're using is totally safe and designed specifically for those different uses. Let's see, move on.
So it's definitely important to start your day properly. And I am super duper guilty of not doing that. I know that my ideal day starts with drinking a whole bunch of water and I don't know, like stretching or moving in some way, getting my body going. And more often than not, my day starts with rolling over and pulling the blankets back and then going straight for something caffeinated instead of water. But how you start the day has a huge impact on the remainder of your day. Whether I know better and treat myself right or not, it's true. It can be a really good indication of how you're going to end your day. So if you wake up with your mind already racing and you're frantically rushing around trying to get stuff done for yourself and everybody else, and you've got a million kids that are asking you for 13 different breakfasts, even though breakfasts, even though there's 4 of them, but for some reason they need 13 breakfasts. And you're super on edge, you're setting yourself up for a day that's going to be the same. So the founder of Young Living, his name was Gary Young, and he developed something that he called the Great Day Protocol. And he uses, this protocol uses 4 specific oils to support our emotions, promote feelings of harmony and joy, and guard against negative energies that disturb our thoughts and emotions. You can use these oils to combat occasional sadness, and there's just all kinds of good things mixed in with them. For example, one that's included in this protocol is Valor, and it promotes feelings of courage and self-esteem, and it helps the body balance energies. You can put a little bit on your wrists, or you can like drop it into your hand and like cup it over your nose and just like deeply breathe that in. And as you're thinking about and setting your intentions for the day, visualizing what you want to accomplish, and then visualizing and seeing yourself complete those things. The next part of that protocol is an oil called Harmony. And this one will help to create a positive attitude. It reduces stress and repels feelings of discord and chaos. This one is commonly applied to the solar plexus, which is like here, I think. Yeah, my camera's a little bit too high, but yeah, it's like right where your ribs like indent under your breastbone, like sternum area. and above your belly button, and place it there while you're setting your specific intentions to like harmonize with the people around you. Next within the protocol is joy, and it's got like a calming, uplifting aroma that is used to bring joy to the heart and mind. People commonly put a couple of drops into their hand, and they place it, like they inhale it with their nose and then rub it over their heart while saying a prayer or an intention or whatever it may be. And the final part of this particular protocol is the white angelica. And it creates deeper feelings of security and protection by offsetting the negative energies that work to bring you down and invade your personal space. You know, when you just wake up and you've got this like looming shadow over your shoulder, it's just, you know, it's going to be one of those days, even though nothing happened yet. This is the oil for that. It'll be like a shield as you navigate your day, striving to be stress-free and balanced and relaxed. So you put a couple drops in your hand, you rub your palms together, breathe it in deep, and rub your hands over like the crown of your head, down your neck and shoulders to your midsection and all the way to your toes. Just like envision putting like an imaginary shield all over your body that's just awesome and brightness and none of that heaviness.
I love that protocol. I oftentimes forget about it because in my head I think of all the bottles together and then like they get separated all over my house. And I'm like, oh wait, bring them back. And I know a lot of people will like keep it in their bathroom. So like when they get up, they'll go straight to the bathroom, and like that's, you know, that's like the first thing that they do. And like those intentions are like so important. Or if you have like affirmations on your mirror or your wall, even just a reminder of like, don't forget your great day protocol, you know, whatever. Super awesome. So we're going to talk about the mid-afternoon slump. So despite your best efforts, you may still have days where you find yourself slipping into the abyss of negative reactions, occasional anxious moments, and stress-filled interactions with others by midday. I know that I deal with that a lot with my kiddos, but have no fear. Stress Away Roll-On is here. So this is the perfect oil to have on hand for those moments that sneak up on you and create chaos. And so you can swipe on the wrists or the back of your neck and like in 30 seconds to make sure like you stop what you're doing. And then like breathe in the sweet scent of lavender, lime, and vanilla. And it will have you relaxing on the beach with your feet in the sand. If you don't have the roll-on, you can totally put it in the diffuser, like wherever you're hanging out for the afternoon. I know that right now my kids are in a season where they will not let me apply oils on them at all. And so I will like follow them to wherever they're playing and like put oils in that diffuser and be like, okay, at least you guys have it for right now. But when you snap back to reality, you will find yourself feeling calmer, more relaxed, and ready to tackle the rest of your day with ease. When we breathe in the scent of pure essential oil, it has a direct effect on our emotions. Our sense of smell is only one of the 5 senses directly connected to the emotional center of our brains. So this gives us the power to retrain our brains, focus our thoughts on the positive, and release the negative emotions that have been stored there that hold us back from reaching our full potential. Stress Away is not the only oil that can help you get over that mid-afternoon slump. Here's some others that you can try. Peace and Calming, a great oil not only for you, but also to help your kiddos work through and lessen their feelings of occasional stress and being overwhelmed. This is definitely a calming oil. It can do one of 2 things for your kiddos. I've noticed it can either help like relieve some of that like tension, or it can help them focus and kind of like take all these things that were like happening and like them hone in on like what is happening in the present moment. So you can kind of like keep that in mind when you're using it with your kiddos and kind of see like, oh, is this more of like to help them hone in, or is this more of like calming for them? You can try bergamot. It's used to elevate your mood and found in other amazing blends like acceptance, believe, gratitude, and harmony. Bergamot is a citrus oil. And so it smells similar to like a lime, citrusy kind of smell. And so if you're using it topically, just make sure that you are diluting it or putting it somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. You don't want to like go right out into the sun with a citrus oil on your skin. So just that's something to keep in mind as you're using the oils. Vetiver is grounding and calming, and it helps to overcome stress from past emotional trauma. And lavender is relaxing and balancing, and it helps to improve concentration. Use these oils as needed throughout the day by diffusing in the office or putting a drop in your hands and then breathing in from the bottle, or adding to your favorite piece of diffuser jewelry. I absolutely love like the bracelets that have the lava stone. So I can put a drop of oil on that. They're also really popular with the kiddos because they love wearing jewelry. And then I also have like necklaces that might have like little roll-ons or like that lava stone piece. I mean, there's even like diffuser earrings nowadays. Like there's so many options to be like a walking diffuser for yourself. All right, move on.
Yeah, with ever since my kids were, I think I discovered oils, they were introduced to me when I was just about to pop with my third. And like ever since then, you can really commonly find, like my mom will even attest to this, me or my husband walking around with like a roll-on bottle of lavender in our pocket, and the kids start getting crazy. We're like, hold on, I got this. Run up behind them and rub it on their neck and we're good to go. But yeah, another really important way to keep yourself going for the right kind of rest and supporting your body is to have the right kind of evening downtime. So I'm sure we've all been through the kind of evening before where like we've kind of finished by the skin of our teeth. We got dinner done, we got our, whether it's virtual or homeschooling or whatever thing we had to do done. Everything's finally done, but man, barely. And so we got the kids down to bed for the first time. I mean, they're going to come out like 6 more times and that's fine, but they're tucked in for the first time. And you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to relax now. And as soon as you try, your mind is racing. You're just thinking about the things that you didn't get done yet. You're thinking about the things that you have to do tomorrow. You're thinking about that time that you complimented your Aunt Susan's red shoes only to find out that she hated them and actually was really upset that you would point them out. Like you're thinking about all of it. And you're not resting. Like your body is physically sitting, but you're not resting. And you're not going to find any relaxation, or you're not going to rejuvenate your body at that point. So what if instead of going through all those things that go through your head when you're trying to relax, what if instead you shifted your mindset and you thought about the things that you did get done, not the things that were left, but the things that were just already done. And you can kind of celebrate the fact that those are crossed off your to-do list. I am the person who will write down the things that I already did so that I can check them off. It's going to happen. You can feel at peace with the way you handled every situation because you stayed calm and relaxed. I mean, how often do you feel guilty like, oh man, I kind of snapped over the shoes not getting tied thing. I mean, it's summertime, nobody's tying their shoes, but still, but everyone's wearing sandals, but you know what I mean. And then you can actually look forward to tomorrow because you're carrying this nice today with you. So if you get into a routine of using your calming oils throughout the day and setting your intentions and your mindset to focus on the positive, you'll set yourself up for the best night's sleep that you've had in a long time. There's a few like easy things that you can do to get the best night's sleep and to be part of your evening routine. One of the things is to turn off your phone, or just at least put it on like sleep mode or something. It's the lights, the way that they actually stimulate your eyes and your brain is wiring you to not get into a restful mode. You can add a drop of lemon vitality to a cup of hot tea. You can mix 10 drops of lavender with a cup of Epsom salts for a relaxing bath. You can get your diffuser going with some stretches, and yeah, you can even add something like frankincense and panaway to your feet to get like a more relaxing kind of like grounded feel. And yeah, really actually, like, they always remind new moms that your baby's going to sleep the best if you have like a predictable routine for them. Like, you know, they get the lotion on their body and the soft jammies and the story and the snuggles, and then they're going to be at peace with that because they know what to expect. But then we forget that babies aren't this other weird species. They're humans just like us, and if it works for them, it's going to work for us. Give yourself a routine.
So true. I definitely fall into the like, well, I'm adult. I could do whatever I want. If I want to watch Netflix, I can go to bed afterwards. That's fine. And my body's like, no, you can't. Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you followed all the tips and used all the oils that we've talked about, like if you've done the Great Day protocol, if you know, kind of used your oils through that like mid-afternoon slump, if you've done, you know, some of the calming routines that Brittany just talked about, you should be ready to sail right into dreamland. Like, should, right? But maybe you're not. Like, it can be difficult for some to completely turn off their minds and get into a state of full relaxation. So if that's you, we have something for you too. So I will get to the oils in a minute, but first I want to share with you all about Sleep Essence. This is a supplement. It's your bad dreams worst nightmare. It's a little capsule, and it combines 4 powerful essential oils known for their sleep enhancing properties, along with naturally occurring melatonin to help you enjoy a restful night's sleep. So you can take 1 to 2 of the soft gels about 30 to 60 minutes before heading off to bed, and you will be sawing logs in no time. Rutavala and Tranquil are 2 roll-on blends that also help to calm the mind and body and ease the tension of the day and usher in a peaceful night's sleep. So you can keep those by your bedside just so that they're ready if you need them. Rutavala is a blend of lavender, valerian, and rue. And then Tranquil is a blend of lavender, cedarwood, and Roman chamomile. Sometimes when I don't have these blends on hand, I will just like make up the combination in a diffuser and like call it good. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I need that roll on. But if you have the oils at home, like totally use those. It's not the same formulation, but it's just something that you can do if you're in a pinch or you're waiting for your order to come in. You're like, oh, I need the Tranquil so bad. And then speaking of Roman chamomile, this oil deserves to be singled out and talked about all on its own. I am sure you have heard of or maybe even tried chamomile tea before. But if you remember like what effect it had on you, if it made you feel calm and relaxed, imagine that like 100 times over. Roman chamomile has the power to calm the crankiest babies, relax the most restless adults, minimize the biggest feelings of fear and worry, stabilize the most out of whack emotions, and foster the ability to release your most negative emotions. So like that one's definitely worth stocking up on. I remember not having it for a really long time, and it was like, I like will never not have it again. Like I will make sure to always have it on hand because it is one that stays in my kids' room and we will use it like pretty much every night. But another one of our favorites is Dreamcatcher. So this blend protects against negative thinking. You can use this oil to inspire creativity as you chase your dreams. Some people prefer using it in the evening, but other people prefer to use it during the day. So make sure to play around with like what works for you. This is one that I might use with the kiddos at night, just to make sure like they have good dreams and just those positive thoughts while transitioning into sleep mode. But for me, I like to use it during the day when I am in those dreaming moments of like planning out what I want, you know, the next few weeks to look like, or the next few months or the year. Like, this is my dreaming visualization oil. So you can definitely use it, you know, whichever way you prefer. And then once you oil up, if you find you're still having a hard time or like relaxing your mind and your thoughts are still racing, here's a couple other things that you can try. Journaling, for one. You aren't going to document like your life story at 1 a.m., but I'm sure you have felt like all of the chaos happening up here in your mind. And just by getting those things out onto paper allows your mind to like physically release all of that. So I've been journaling for a really long time, like years and years and years. It's always been a practice of mine. And so if you haven't tried it, oh my gosh, I recommend it so much. And then gratitude. So instead of laying in bed and thinking of all the things that could go wrong, like Brittany said, you can force yourself to focus on the good things that have gone right. So you can apply gratitude oil on your wrists and inhale them, you know, maybe jot down a few things that you're grateful for, just being present with those moments that you just appreciate and want to think about. Or like get up, get out of bed. Like, that might sound like pretty counterintuitive, but why would you get up if you were trying, why would you get up if you're trying to get to sleep? But if you find yourself tossing and turning and becoming more and more restless, getting up and finding a simple mundane task to accomplish, like applying essential oil or even grabbing an adult coloring book, can be just the thing to calm your mind down, to be ready to sleep. So those are some tips and stuff that I have tried. So just really quickly, I'm going to share this graphic with you guys. It is the Freedom Bundle, which is one kit is called Freedom Release and one kit is called Freedom Sleep. This is something that I'm not really going to dive into during this class because these items are out of stock. They are like a hot commodity. Like, they go in and out of stock like nobody's business. And the reason why is because they are just so powerful and beneficial emotionally, physically, mentally. And so if you are curious about like a really intensive protocol to help you through some stuff, or to help your kids through some stuff that like nothing else seems to be working, definitely dive in and research these. You can just like go on the Young Living website and look up Freedom Release or look up Freedom Sleep, or you can ask Brittany or I, and we will definitely point you into the direction to figure out if this is something that will work for you or that you want to try. And then when it comes back into stock, we can just like let you know so that you can be ready to get it.
Yeah, and while you're thinking about things that you would like to have on hand, there are two ways that you can order your products. One option is to go as a retail. Sorry, I can speak, I promise, some days, just not today. As a retail customer, you'll spend more money this way, so it's not my highest recommendation. So in my opinion, the best way to order your products is to become a member, so you can get 24% off and have access to other membership perks like essential rewards through the ER monthly orders. And so the basic membership, the one that I mentioned first, you can start with getting the basic membership and adding on supplements or oils that you think would be beneficial to your body. The basic kit includes your membership, a bottle of Stress Away, and a few other little goodies to help get you started. And option two is what I would recommend, this is how I started, and I really think it's the best way to like sink your teeth into it, is the premium starter kit. The perk of doing this is that you'll get even more products at a better deal than just the 24% off. It comes with 12 different oils and also a diffuser, which kind of helps to create that relaxing atmosphere before bed. And it's the most commonly chosen kit for like very good reasons. There are a couple of different premium starter kit options. There's a couple different like diffusers and things that you can choose from to like match the aesthetic of your decor if you would like to. And all of those are also on the Young Living website. So make sure that you get the best deal on what you're wanting.
All right. So speaking of getting the best deal, so this is a graphic for the Essential Rewards program. I've been on this program, guys, for like over 7 years. But this is like your monthly wellness box. And so you can curate it and pick whatever products you want to be shipped to you on whatever day you want, and like processed whatever day you want. And so I like it because I can literally be like, oh, I'm out of this oil, so I'm gonna save this to my Essential Rewards order. Or, oh my gosh, we need more Sleep Essence or Tranquil or, whatever. And then the next month I can change it and get completely different stuff. And so this is your customizable like wellness, whatever. Fit it to your own needs and your own goals or whatever's going on in your family or with your kids or all that fun stuff. But I love it because you get a percentage back in what you spend every month. And so for the first few months, it's like you get 10% back. After 4 months, you're getting 20% back. And then after 2 years, you get 25% back in what you spend. And so I don't know a company that will give you a quarter back of what you spend to use towards free product. Like that's completely unheard of for me. And so it's literally a no-brainer for me to put the things in my Essential Rewards order that I would buy in the store, because I don't get 25% back at Target. I don't get 25% back from Amazon. So I definitely want to make sure like I'm getting my non-toxic, chemical-free products from Young Living. You'll also get free loyalty gifts back from Young Living just for being on the program. Like at 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, after a year, like you'll get an extra gift sent to you in your box. So you can kind of like find them and it's really fun, like a little Christmas present. You'll get like free promotional items depending on how much you spend in your Essential Rewards order. You'll get free shipping if it's 100 PV or more. So that's really fun. And then there's like different, if you spend like 190, you'll get a free oil. If you spend 250, you'll get a free, that and like all those perks plus this. 300, you'll get those perks plus that. Like it's really fun to see like the 4 or 5 like things that they'll throw in there for you. And this stuff is like worth like at least $100. Like they're just throwing in there for you. So it's really cool to stock up on stuff that way too. There's also discounted ER kits. So if you didn't want to piece together all the Thieves products, you could just get the Thieves bundle, and it's discounted already for you. If you wanted to do that with Ningxia Red, which is like the whole body supplement that we take every day, you could just get the Ningxia kit. And then it says access to While Ago and While Ago Plus, but they actually just transitioned those products out and put in free shipping for 100 PV orders or more. So don't worry about that last part, but that's what that is. So as you are wanting to support sleep habits and try different things, this is definitely how I would recommend ordering, because if you just place a random shop order, you don't get any of these perks unless you spend 100 PV, then you get free shipping, but you won't get any of these other perks. And so like long term, it's really nice to get those reward points back and all the fun promos that come along with it. We love it. So I'm gonna skip this one. All right. But thank you guys like so much for being here. Like if you're someone that suffers from occasional stress, sadness, and low sleep, I hope that you have found the information that Brittany and I have shared with you like valuable. Don't feel like you need to run out and order all of the things. If you already have one of the oils that we talked about, use it. Pick just one or two of the tips that we shared with you and start implementing them. The experience with oils varies from person to person. So like I said, you know, early on in the class, these are our own personal stories and experiences. And so we're not saying that they're going to work for everybody. You're going to have to kind of play with them and see what your body needs. But it may work instantly for you or take a little bit of time. Your body may need to clear out some things before it's ready. So be consistent yet open to experimenting with other oils to find your magic combo. When you're ready to get your oils and your diffuser, you are going to use Brittany's member number to get started, or whoever invited you to this class, because we do want to recognize that this is a recording. But go back to the person who introduced you and let them know, like, I am ready to take my health into my own hands, and I'm ready to get better sleep or make my kids get better sleep, right? Like there's so many things. And then let us know if you have any questions and want to, you know, maybe kind of break down some things that would work specifically for you. We can definitely target some of those. I am gonna go ahead and stop the recording.